So you want to reinvent yourself in 2021 and beyond. Hey, I get it. I was in your shoes at one point in my life. I was reinventing myself after divorce. However, I knew that I needed one simple tool, a strategy that I could use that would kickstart me onto the right track and ensure that I avoided a lot of my badass habits of procrastination from my past. So in this video, I'm going to share the very tool that I use to help me overcome some of my, or shed some of my bad old habits and step into reinvention mode fast, to step into the shoes of the woman that I longed to be. So specifically, I'm going to cover, one, I'm going to reveal what the secret tool is, and two, I'm going to explain why it works so well, and three, I'm going to walk you through the tool. And then last but not least, you get to take away a copy of the tool yourself so you can implement it into your own life, because it'll be linked in the description box below. Hey there, my name is Fiona Christie and I'm a mindset coach helping women in midlife reinvent their lives after divorce or separation so they can step into the shoes of the woman that they long to be. So what's this secret tool that everybody's so wowed about? Well, I call it the Reinvention After Divorce Starter Kit, but it's actually a little tool called Allbed. So what it is, it has you, the tool itself is a clever little kind of trick, if you like. So it gives you a way of identifying where your thought processes are currently. Like if you notice that something's not working for you, where are my thought patterns? Are they below the line or above the line? I'm going to show you the tool in a moment so you'll understand what I'm talking about. So the letters OARBED, ownership, accountability, responsibility, sits above the line, and blame, excuse, denial sits below the line. And how this tool works is because it actually acts a little bit like a pattern interrupt for you, and it also uses rewiring the neural pathways. It also uses a little bit of cognitive behavioral therapy. So it's kind of all rolled into one. Plus, how I use the tool, I've created some extra strategies for you that you can use alongside the tool to help kickstart you even faster. So why does it work so well? Well, in order for you to change, you first have to acknowledge exactly where you are. And that's what Allbed enables you to do. It enables you to identify that if things aren't working for you, you've probably been living your life below the line. So ownership, accountability, responsibility is below the line. And it gives you an opportunity and a way to shift your thinking above the line to ownership, accountability, responsibility. So blame, excuse, denial, below the line. Ownership, accountability, responsibility above the line. It also helps you become the detective of your own thinking. So your thoughts are responsible for your outcomes in your life. Everything that you think about. So I talk about this in other blog posts and YouTube videos where, so our thoughts are like radio waves and we operate at a certain frequency. So our thoughts go out there into the atmosphere at a certain frequency and we connect with like thoughts. Like attracts like. So what we want to do is shift our thinking to above the line and take ownership, accountability, responsibility for our lives by asking ourselves amazing questions and using some of the tools that I'm going to give you with this little process. So let's take a tour of Allbed now. So you'll notice from this graphic that O, A, and R sit above the line, and below the line is blame, excuse, denial. And you see from the arrow that you want to shift from below to above. So the first thing that you're going to do, I'm just going to bring my notes up here because I am making sure that I'm going to tell you exactly what I need to. So how does this benefit you? Well, on its own, it's probably pretty tricky to work with, but I've included some templates for you. So the first one is a step-by-step action plan. So you're going to identify what your problem is. So what has you sitting below the line? So there'll be something behind that. And then you're going to identify some action steps that you're going to take to help shift you above the line. Now, I do give you some examples for that, and I walk you through it because there's a video that goes along with it. So the next thing that's included with this clever little tool is a template for you to write yourself a self-empowerment letter. Now, in this letter, you're going to describe all the amazing qualities that you have. Now, if your self-esteem has taken a bit of a dive because you've ended a relationship or you've ended a job or whatever's happened, you may not be feeling like you've got too many amazing qualities, but I guarantee you that if I sat there with you, I could uncover at least a dozen, right? So even if they're tiny, like I make the best cup of tea in the office, or I'm a great friend, that's an amazing quality. So what I want you to do next, how you can use this tool, is you're going to identify first where you sit, above or below the line. Then you want to go about shifting your thinking. And to help you shift your thinking, you're going to use the empowerment letter, and then you're going to use. So next we get to the evidence checklist. This is also really powerful and so amazing, because what you get to do is give yourself evidence of where you've been able to shift your life above the line in the past. Because, you're probably aware we've got our conscious mind and our unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind is sort of like, a bit like a record player, and it goes round and round and round, and every time it gets evidence that something's not good, it stores it back there and it brings it up to the foreground every time something isn't working. Well, that's what it seems like anyway. But what we want to do is we want to plant this evidence in our mind, in our conscious and unconscious mind. And I'd really like you to think about using imagery to do that as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to find evidence of where you've maybe felt a bit low, or you've been thinking, well, this will never work, and then you've pulled yourself back up, you've popped your head back up and gone, no, I can make this work. So you will have evidence of where you've turned things around. So won't you identify that, because that will help you shift this situation. Okay, and the last little technique that you're going to have a look at is I've provided you with 3 questions and 1 must do. They are such powerful questions. And if you follow it, you will shift above the line. It might take some doing, but it will happen. So really what I wanted to do in this video was kind of like walk you through what was inside, and then give you a link so you can jump in yourself. There's a video included with it as well, so you can start implementing it in your life straight away. So then last but not least is the final page. So I'm just kind of walking you through. Now the pages that I haven't shown you are the descriptive pages. I also give you some, well, call them case studies. They're really just seeing Orbed in action in people's lives. So I give you some really good explanations and how it's been used and how it's changed people. So you'll be able to have a read of that when you download the Orbed Reinvention After Divorce Starter Kit. And finally, you don't actually have to worry about the how. You just have to focus on the what, and the how will take care of itself. Because look, vibrational energy and where we vibrate at, I just proved this myself over and over and over again, and with every client I work with, the moment you take the first step, the pathway unfolds for you. But what the issue is with a lot of people is they don't take that first step, or they think that first step is just some massive great leap. But actually, it's the micro steps, the micro moments that will lead you to those amazing outcomes. So that being said, that is the video for today. And what I want you to do is go and download your copy. There's a link in the description box below. And I'd really like to know how you found it. So, comment, like, whatever you do. I'd love to know how you found this little gem. And remember that I'm always available. You can jump into my programs. You can reach out for help, however you might do that. And there's also a link in the description box below to how you can contact me. So I look forward to hearing how you get on. Good luck with this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.